you. Thank you very much.
Tell us about yourself for a bit.
About
Tell
what?
us about yourselves.
Oh, I thought you said tell us about rissoles.
Oh, well, no,
I don't know a great deal about rissoles, but I know a bit about us.
Yes, what do you know, John?
Well, I'm John, you're...
Mike.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we've known each other for
25 years.
35 years, probably. 35 years.
Man
and boy.
Man and boy.
This, this Blues Horizon thing came about 2013 was the first gig we did with Howard and Mike and myself. I'd done a solo album called the Doob Doo album, and it had been a one-off project with no intention of doing any touring or travelling or doing gigs of any sort whatsoever. And a lot of people were saying, actually these songs are quite good, you should be going out gigging them. And both Mike and Howard agreed to help me put some sort of act together, and we did our first performance was for the Henley Jazz and Blues Festival in 2013, November 2013.
It was November, I remember.
And man and boy, we haven't looked back.
It was a cold day, as I remember.
Was it a cold day?
Yes, in November.
And I seem to recall that I spent half of our fee on the roadie for petrol, and then I paid you and Howard, so I was out of pocket quite considerably that night.
So what's the inspiration behind a lot of your music?
The inspiration, it's funny. I sit down and I doodle. I musically doodle, and I usually don't know what the song is about until I finish the first verse, and then I think, actually, what is this alluding to? What could this be about? And then it gives me an idea. It's very seldom got anything to do with my personal life. It's nearly all either it draws a lot, obviously, on the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, and the language of the music of that time. But it also, in terms of storylines, comes from modern day life and newspaper stories and other people's sufferings. I get a lot of pleasure from other people's sufferings. It gives me a lot of inspiration, and I turn that into my music. And it's interesting that this music as well only started in 2011, and I'd had a 40-year writer's block up until then. I wrote quite a bit in the 70s, and then I couldn't do anything. And then this stuff started coming out, and it wasn't an intentional thing at all. It just happened, and so the decision to sort of form some sort of blues band was actually led by the music. It wasn't the other way around. It wasn't my decision at all. Question?
Yeah. So are you happy you came along this evening?
Yeah, it's really good.
No, I'm so pissed off with the whole thing. It's been a fabulous evening, hasn't it?
Yes, I have to disagree with you, John. I think it's rather splendid.
Splendid.
Yes.
It's remarkable, isn't it?
It is.
It's marvellous.
Spiffing.
It's been
Spiffing
a
breeze,
marvellous evening.
No, I think it's really good, actually.
Yes.
It's been great to have you here.
And recommend it for anybody who fancies coming along,
And we've
because
had all genres here, haven't we?
Yeah,
Definitely. You know, and it's like
steampunk.
yeah, steampunk.
Oh, really?
well, you've had steam blues tonight. I'm sweltering.
And that's what it's about. It's just about, you know,
Sharing the music.
keeping it going. And,
Yeah, keeping it live, keeping it real. Yeah, it's good.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for
asking us.
inviting us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.